Alrighty, good morning and good afternoon, everybody. My name is Vanya, and I'm the product marketing manager here at Sequence, and I will be your host for today's webinar. So get ready today for a thrilling dive into the future of customer engagement with Sequence OmniLink Studio. I'm pumped to have Tamer Nasrawin, Director of Customer Solutions, and Hussein Al-Safi, Senior Product Owner, here to unravel the magic with us. OmniLink Studio, it's not just a product, it's a revolution. Today, we'll dissect its features and capabilities from omnichannel messaging to game-changing automation. But we want you in the driver's seat. So if you have any questions, fire them away through the questions function on your console, and let's make this a dynamic conversation. As a bonus for your participation today, we're offering early access to OmniLink Studio exclusively to our webinar attendees. So once again, welcome to Sequence OmniLink Studio webinar. And now I'll turn it over to Tamer. Tamer, go ahead.
Thank you, Vanya. Good morning, everyone. Hope you're having a great start of your day. We are really thankful for you allocating some time from your busy schedule to be with us and go over this. But I promise it will not be wasted in vain. It will be really productive. You're going to learn something new, and we're going to make it much worthy of your time. So as a start, like Vanya has shared earlier, myself, Vanya, and Hussein will be your co-pilots for this webinar. We're going to go over our new, very exciting solution that will share exactly the value that this is going to bring to each and every one of your businesses. So let me start by sharing a small story. So at one point in time, I remember I was doing an e-commerce purchase. And of course, like any e-commerce cycle, the bank or the credit card issuer has been sending me an OTP message just to authorize this transaction. Yet, for some reason, I never got that OTP. So I was just pending at that website, waiting for that OTP to confirm that transaction, but it never got in. Result, I dropped in. I didn't continue into that purchase. And I went back to the bank, and it was a little bit of a mess between, yes, we sent you the message, no, it wasn't delivered, and so on. So this came into a realization. How can we make sure that customers who are in important transactions do receive the intended communication? It's a high priority communication. An OTP is a high priority communication. How can we make sure that those customers actually get this message? And the answer was definitely omni-channel. How can we make sure that we orchestrate it in the best way possible? And to make sure that we've done that, we started looking into how an OmniLink and omni-channel solution over OmniLink can definitely do a failover scenario. And this failover and orchestrator can help do the right customer engagement at the right time over the right channel. And as we go along, I'm going to explain a little bit more exactly how we're doing this. In general, let me share a very interesting statistics. According to PwC, 74% of consumers expect consistent experiences across all the channels. And this is a fact today. Today, customers and consumers, they're driving businesses to be on those channels. The days of having only a phone call, a phone number, or a website is done. Today, you need to be available and present and active on every single communication channel for all of your customers. Because, as we always say, customers are not loyal to brands. They're loyal to experiences. And according to that, with this champion solution that we have, you're going to be able to actually do multiple fragmented workflows. And accordingly, you're going to be able to actually manage multiple channels within the same workflow, all across multiple workflows dynamically, without having to have disjointed customer journeys or missed engagement opportunities between feedback that you're expecting from your customers or outbound communication that you want to make sure that you achieve. Moving forward, we're presenting OmniLink. OmniLink is a way that your platform aggregates all of those omni-channel communication tools under one hub. And this hub actually helps you to make sure that you design a very dynamic and responsive workflow, catering for your user communication across multiple channels. How? We start by making sure that all of your connectivity channels are under one hub. and that's provided by CEQUENS, of course. We do email, push, WhatsApp for Business API, voice, SMS, social media, Apple Business Chat, Google Business Messages, and everything that you can think of, the entire social journey. That's all provided under one hub. Next, we make sure that we have personalized workflows. And how do you do personalization? And personalization, by the way, is not high Tamer or high Vanya. It's about making sure that you target the right segment with the right communication workflow and the right communication channel. If people have opted out from being reached out over WhatsApp, they want them to reach out over email. If people opted out from email, they want to have the communication over WhatsApp. We need to respect the people's choices, and this is actually part of the regulatory across multiple countries as well. You need to have a proper opt-in for your customers over those communication channels. So how do I make sure that I personalize that? How do I make sure that the workflow itself caters for that requirement as well? Moving over to this, what point of all of the workflows and all of the communication, all of the channels, if we don't have the right analytics, you'll never be able to understand what happened and where. And this is where we also aggregate that communication from all of those channels, from all of those orchestrated workflows and dynamic flows into a single hub. And this is how you can actually identify what's happening and what's going well and what's not going well, so that you can take immediate action to it and be proactive rather than reactive. More importantly, and this is one of my favorite slogans, is active listening. Active listening is something that is really, really, really important for businesses once they do communication with customers across multiple channels. In the example that I shared earlier, once I started the commerce side journey and the OTP never got in, the bank still insisted that we sent you the message. That might be very well true, but at that point I was in a roaming country, in a broad country that had no roaming agreement with my operator, and that's why the message was sent, but the DLR was never active, or it was never delivered. So on that DLR, we actually do listening for active listening on the workflow itself. We start, for example, if that cycle happened over OmniLink, the entire messaging would happen in the following scenario. The message would be sent, we'll be waiting for the DLR, and we'll be waiting and listening on that channel for SMS, what is the status for that message. And accordingly, we'll immediately fail over to the next if timing has exceeded, for example, 10 seconds, or the message, I got an updated status for the message as rejected, expired, undelivered, and so on. And accordingly, we'll do a failover to the second channel. One of our big global customers, we were working with them on this specific solution, and what they wanted is they had a very specific requirement. They said, we don't want to wait for delivery of OTPs to our customers within only a status update. It means they don't want only to listen to the DLR. They want to make sure that they're very time sensitive. If any message that was sent and exceeded 10 seconds, they immediately fail over to the second channel, because they want to make sure that their customers are well informed of that right communication channels. Moving forward, we want to make sure that you guys are looking into the possibilities. And the world of possibilities covers customer satisfaction, enhanced loyalty, making sure that you are very careful about operational costs, and you ensure conversion is in place. What point of all the communication if the conversion is not measured properly, if you're not able to actually convert your customers? 33 of businesses businesses usually retain only 33% of their customer base if they have weak communication and engagement. 56% of omnichannel marketing increases the conversion rates for that revenue generated, substantial revenue. To make sure that we're in the right place, we want to make sure that also we tailor and we personalize the segmentation of our audience. We want to try to address the right people with the right channel. I make sure that once I orchestrate the workflow and we design it with all the unique activities and elements, we make sure that we cater for the opt-in customers, for the right communication time, for the event-based communication, for triggering those messages on the right spot. The segmentation and demographics is done over that. That's how we manage topics and subscribers. This is something that Hussein is going to go over on lately. We make sure that the automation is in place through triggered events and making sure that those triggered events are exactly at the right moment. And then we do the cross-channel relevance. Cross-channel relevance means we want to make sure that we deliver the content at the most optimal channel in the most optimal time. If, for example, an SMS was delayed in transit or an email has not taken over action and the user didn't take, we immediately initiate a phone call through the automated system with our speech-to-text engines, and accordingly, it will convert everything. Sorry, text-to-speech engines. Moving forward to analytics part, we want to make sure that we monitor those metrics across the channels. So I want to see how am I doing with SMS? How am I doing with WhatsApp for Business API? How am I doing with email? How am I doing with push? What are the channels that are being most penetrating the market segment that I am? How customers are actually converting using which activity, and so on. And this helps me to make sure that I target the right segment at the right time. We also optimize those campaigns to make sure to optimize the campaign for reach. And again, our objective is conversion. We want to make sure that we have proper and healthy conversion from the customer base. And last but not least, we want to make sure that we gain actionable insights for OmniLink data to make sure that our decision-making teams are doing it in the right way, powered with the right information. Now, I'm going to hand it over to our hero, Hussein Al-Safi. He's our product manager, and he'll be going over the details further with OmniLink. Hussein, handing over to you, my friend.
Thank you, Tamer. Thank you, Tamer, for the introduction. I believe you've said it all. So let me just jump right into the demo so that we could test that out. Okay, great. So you'll find on the right-hand side here, my phone. I'm connecting my phone right now to the application AnyDesk. You'll see here my background. I've also on the left side, I have OmniLink opened here. So for the purpose of this demo, we will be demoing two workflows. The first workflow, which is for one of the customers that we've had, that Tamer was explaining, that they wanted to receive the OTP on multiple channels without waiting for the delay in order to make sure that the OTP is being delivered on time. Now, for the purpose of this exercise, we've put here the delay. The options for waiting between one channel and the next is only 5 seconds. So that means that we will not be waiting for the delivery status to be confirmed. We will automatically send to the next channel just to first demonstrate the fallback or the failover of different channels. And the second part is if you want to customize that to make it the specific workflows, like for instance, SMS, then we have here WhatsApp, we have voice, and finally we have email. Okay, so in that state, we'll not be using anything. We're just working on the delay of the 5 seconds. And you can find here that we've put the delay for 5 seconds. Now, let's run the trigger and we will witness the failover scenario here between all the channels. Now, I'll be running this demo on my device. I've added my information, which is here going to be using the subscriber ID. Just to give you a brief, a subscriber here is the information of the users that you have that you could use them. For instance, I'm using my personal data with email, phone number, and WhatsApp number. But also, you could use within our APIs, you could pass on the specific data. So you can integrate it with your own CRM. You don't have to use the module for the subscribers module on OmniLink. You could use it from your CRM directly. But for the purpose of the demo, I'm going to be using this module just to add all my information once. And in the payload, which is again the data that can be integrated from your internal system, I'm going to be passing here the value for the OTP that I want to receive it on my device. So let's pick a number. Let's say 2580, for instance. Okay, and we run the trigger. So after running the trigger, I should be receiving an SMS right now on my phone. Okay, so that is 2580. Then a delay of 5 seconds, I should be receiving a WhatsApp, which is this from Sequence, 2580. Opening right now. So please enter this code 2580 to secure your account. And then I should be receiving a voice call per. Okay, and that is the voice call. Okay. And finally, I should be receiving an email. Let me check my email. I should be receiving an email right now with the code as well. So that is, hello, valued customer. Thank you for this. The OTP is 2580. Okay, so that is the first workflow where I run 4 triggers at the same time. Okay, we're going to be trying another workflow, but in the second workflow, we will be trying out a filter step in which I will not run the trigger or the second channel until an action is being taken on the first channel. So for instance, I want to send an email activation or an account verification via email with a button that I need to click on. And once that button is clicked, I will delay here for 1 minute, 1 minute delay. And if the button is clicked, I will receive an SMS. But if I did not click on the button, I would not receive the SMS. And finally, I will receive a voice call as well, just to confirm the information after a 5-second delay. Okay, so let's try it out again. But this time I will not be receiving an OTP. So the payload is empty. I will just run the trigger with the email verification. So since I run the trigger, I should be receiving an email now. Okay. This is account verification. Welcome to OmniLink. Not sure if it's okay. One more step to go. Please verify your email by clicking below. So if I clicked on the account here, or sorry, if I clicked on the button to verify my account, I'm redirected to the page. Now, before we're currently in the 1 minute delay, I just want to share with you how does it look like here. So in the account verification, the status right now is that this email is sent, delivered, open, and clicked right now. For the delay, we're currently waiting in the delay state. Once the delay is done, once we will receive this tick on the delay, I should be receiving an SMS right away. So I believe the delay execution for 1 minute is done. I should be receiving now the SMS, which is here.
Hussein,
welcome to see.
Hussein, this is live, right? We see this update live.
It is live right now. Actually, I'm receiving a lot of notifications on my phone. That's why I'm trying to close them to not disturb the demo.
But yeah, I mean, the events that we're seeing on the analytics, it's actually live.
Actually,
so
you can
it's
hear
updated dynamically on the spot.
Yeah, you can hear my voice ringing and see my screen on the share screen here for my phone. So it's like it's real time doing that. And the thing is that the filter step that we've had here, the filter that we've had for the SMS, it's if we go to that filter, I'm saying that in the previous step, which is the account verification email, if it's clicked, do that certain action. That is my filter step. But that doesn't have to be clicked because it's channel specific. So let's say, for instance, in the voice channel, if I want to add filter, let's say I want to add a rule that if the previous step, which was, let's say, the SMS, contains, and in that part, you will not find clicked or opened because these are not SMS statuses. The statuses for SMS are delivered, undelivered, rejected, expired, something from the operator. So that's why but if I chose email, for instance, I'll find different status: opened, rejected, sent, delivered, blocked, spam, clicked. So you'll find different status per channel. So that the filter rule, you have you have the flexibility to customize it however you see fit that serves the purpose. Okay. So that is the part for our demo. The simplicity in the setup and the automatic failover, where you can drag and drop the different channels that you want, and you could fit them together in the orchestration that you feel fits for the use case. And regarding the benefits or what we will get out of OmniLink, as you can see, you can save time and cost with streamlining communication, because in the example that Tamer just said, instead of losing customer and the cost of new customer acquisition, you could save all that using streamlined communication. You'll have improved engagement. Of course, customer satisfaction and brand loyalty are going to be in the top 2. And finally, you'll have better data-driven decisions, having real-time control over your workflows. So that, of course, that will give you an improved campaign performance. And as prefers Shopify, that omni-channel marketing campaigns see 56% higher conversion rates. So thank you, and I would like to take from you any questions if you have right now.
For that, Hussein. Thank you, Tamer. We actually do have a few questions from the audience here. So one of them is, can you elaborate on how OmniLink connects with my personal company system?
Okay, so like we offer open APIs that you could connect it directly with your system so that we could receive payload and we could receive information regarding the users that you want to send to, the data that you want to pass on to OmniLink to be used in the different channels that we have.
Perfect, thank you. I have another question, and it's regarding channels. So what are the channels that are supported currently, and are you planning on adding more channels in the future?
Currently, we support SMS, voice, email, WhatsApp, push notification, and definitely we're looking forward to adding more channels as we go. Like this is going to be our top priority, adding as much channels as we can based on the preferences of the customer.
Perfect. Here's another question. Let me just take a look here. Okay. Can you provide an overview of OmniLink Studio's pricing model? Are there different plans available? How is the pricing structured, specifically for businesses with varying scales? So, going from a small business to an enterprise client, how is the pricing structured?
I think I would leave that to Tamer. Can take it from there.
Sure. So there's one thing that we're really proud in at Sequence is we always make sure that we provide value for money. We want to make sure that your investments are definitely done in the right place. Having said that, we always make sure that the pricing for those solutions are very scalable to make sure that you pay as you go according to your consumption. The pricing structure for OmniLink covers multiple parts. It covers a hosted service online, or it covers a dedicated instance or an on-prem setup. Each of those have different details for its pricing that we'll be more than happy to share the breakdown and details of each of those setup prices with you separately offline. But we promise you, you will not get disappointed.
Excellent, thank you. I have another question. This one is regarding onboarding. So for any business that's interested in OmniLink, what onboarding and training resources are available for a smooth transition, especially for different teams within the organization? So if you've got, your marketing team and you've got your IT security team, so how does that differ, and how do we support the onboarding and training process?
That's an excellent question, by the way, Vanya. Thank you, guys. So it's really important to make sure that we cater for the different needs of organizational teams. People who are marketeers have different requirements and different training setups than technical teams. To make sure that we cover everything, part of our onboarding process with Sequence, we make sure that we address the right organizational teams with the right resources. So that's why our onboarding teams and service delivery teams will always be there to cater for both ends, the business aspect of marketeers, for example, and the technical teams. Second, we're really proud of our documentation. So we make sure that we have as much informative documentation available online as possible. That's why we make sure that we guys have the right references online. If you wanted to go over to check anything of how you can use technical details, how to see product documentation, and so on, it's all available online under our website /docs, and you're going to be able to see it there.
Perfect, thank you. And that's it for questions for today. Just a little friendly reminder. So anybody that's joined today, you're gonna get early access to OmniLink Studio right after the webinar. We're gonna send an email out with a link. Make sure you register, test it out, see what it looks like live for yourselves. And thank you, Tamer, and thank you, Hussein, as well, for that great demo. And that's it for now from me. Tamer, over to you.
Thank you, everyone. It was really good to have all of you with us. We hope that we gave you some informative information that you were able to actually act on. Please remember that you can always reach out to us at Sequence or at hello@sequence.com. and reach out to your account managers, to your customer success managers, to all of your point of contact within Sequens team to make sure that we cover your requirements as best as possible. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everybody. Have a great day.
Well,